Merab Dvalishvili continues to roll 9 consecutive wins now in his UFC career after defeating Petr Yan in the UFC Fight Night 221 headliner. Just an absolutely relentless performance from Yan in there. Sets a record for takedown attempts in a fight. He was always pushing forward, always looking to take down or clinch or strike, whatever the case may be. He was looking to get that victory and pressuring the pace for all 25 minutes. So a huge win for him. He's now beat 2 former UFC champions back-to-back in Yan and Jose Aldo in his previous outing. And we know this guy's very good. He might be the best bantamweight in the world right now, but we don't know and we can't find out because he won't fight his teammate Aljamain Sterling, the current champion. Sterling, of course, and Dvalishvili have said many, many times they will not fight each other under any circumstances. Sterling has said he would move up to 145 to avoid it. Merab has said he would move down to 125 to avoid it. I guess he has to just wait and see how things play out at this point. We're not far removed from the May 6 UFC title fight between Sterling and Henry Cejudo. Of course, if Cejudo wins, that completely mixes everything up. Perhaps Dvalishvili gets his opportunity to fight for the title, but I'm sure he has confidence in his teammate and thinks that Aljamain is going to continue to hold that belt for a while now, and if that's the case, maybe he takes a hard look at that move down to 125 because this is just a very tricky position for the UFC. You can't keep putting him against top-ranked contenders on the cusp of a title shot because if he wins, what do you do then? You're killing off Sterling's contenders, you're killing off fights that could be built up and actually happen, and we know him and Sterling won't fight. So I think maybe he has to, if he wants to stay at 135, look downward in the rankings, probably give someone who's maybe under any other circumstances not a realistic or sensible fight for him. But I think the one that I'd love to see, if you're just kind of giving me a blank piece of paper to match anyone up, I'd love to see Dvalishvili fight Umar Nurmagomedov. Nurmagomedov, of course, we know has been on absolute tear. He is a young stud in this division. He said he is ready for the very best. Merab has said he's willing to fight anyone the UFC offers him. So maybe this is the matchup that gives Merab a lot of problems, and Umar is able to give him some issues because he's got a hell of a style and a hell of a skill set on his own. So I would personally love to see that fight. I don't know how the UFC is going to figure out the situation with Dvalishvili going forward. I think regardless, he of course is in a strong position with some leverage on his side given the winning streak, but it's going to be very tricky waters to navigate with him going forward.